heard of before, and that is your biggest chance to win our cash prize, £54,321. Here's all the details you need. And we've got a big interview coming up after it. Stay tuned.
We're here at Down Hall in Essex to enjoy the finer things in life, and it's your chance to win £54,321 in cash. It's like having an extra £1,000 in your bank account each week for a whole year, which means that you'd be able to indulge in treats whenever you wanted to. That extra cash each week could send some of those day-to-day financial stresses packing this year to enable you to sit back, relax and do nothing. Make sure you don't miss out on our biggest cash giveaway to date.
For another chance to win £54,321 cash, text cash to 63225. One entry costs £2.50 plus one standard network rate message, or text bonus to 63225. 5 entries cost £5 plus one standard network rate message. Go to gbnews.com/win. Entries start at £2.50. Call 0903 686 3232. Calls cost £2.50 plus your network access charge, or post your name and number to GB14 PO Box 8690 Derby DE1 9TT. UK only. Entrance must be 18 or over. Lines close at 4 p.m. on the 1st of August. Please check the closing time if listening or watching on demand. Good luck.
Welcome back to the Saturday 5. Good luck, by the way, with that brilliant prize there. Well, Princess Catherine delighted Wimbledon spectators this afternoon. Beautiful, wasn't she, as she arrived at the Royal Box to watch the women's final. It's been a busy week for the Royals. King Charles, of course, hosted President Emmanuel Macron at Windsor Castle. Oh, unlucky for him to have to do that, unfortunately. And Prince William jetted off to Switzerland to support the Lionesses in the Women's World Cup. For our Royal Roundup, we are very happy to be joined by editor of Majesty magazine and royal biographer Ingrid Seward. Thank you, Ingrid, for joining us. Look, so it's been a busy week for the Royals. Kate today looking...
It has.
Yeah. No, not at all. I was just saying, Kate looked absolutely stunning today. It's good to see her back to royal duties. Do you think now that this terrible period that she's had with the cancer treatment is coming to an end and we're going to see her step up in her role?
Well, I think she is stepping up in her role. But from all the things she's said that actually the aftermath of cancer can almost be as difficult as the illness itself, which sort of makes us all think that, you know, it's still not that smooth for her. So I think that everything is probably much more of an effort to do than it was before. You know, you could sail through life, you know, brush your hair, put a bit of makeup on. But now, I mean, believe me, takes a long time to look as good as she did today. She's got to have her hair done. She's got her eyelashes put on. She's got her makeup done. She's got a beautiful outfit. And then she's got to appear and chatter away to everyone. So unless, you know, you're full of energy, I think it is quite a hard task.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that the energy she has shown since coming back into the royal fold, at least into her royal duties, has been absolutely incredible. And what a contrast, of course, across the seas with Meghan and Harry. Now, there was a relatively interesting story that broke today. I hope maybe you can help give some light on this. But this is, let me just get this right. Princess Catherine's stylist and personal assistant for 15 years has now started following Meghan Markle, begging the question as to whether she is now going to be copying her in some way. Is that right? Have I got that right, Ingrid?
No, you've got it quite wrong.
Yeah. OK. That's why you're here to help move through this.
Yeah. So I think what happened is that Catherine wore one of those striped Wimbledon shirts, which is made by Ralph Lauren. And it's brown and white stripes. And if you saw the ladies' final day, you probably didn't because you were probably working.
Fortunately.
A few of them are wearing those shirts. So it's kind of a Wimbledon thing designed by Ralph Lauren. Now, way back in the day when Meghan first appeared, she was, Ralph Lauren used to dress her because she was in that TV show Suits. And she was, you know, they wanted to dress her in their clothes. So she got that shirt from them. And it's a shirt that they've continued to use, you know, throughout the tennis tournament. So no way is Kate copying Meghan's style.
Absolutely.
Not that Meghan doesn't have great style, because she does.
Well, fair enough, fair enough. One more thing, and because my panel wants to ask you some questions as well. One more thing that's happened over the last week or so. We've had the resurgence of Spitting Image, which many viewers will remember was a very big show on the BBC back in the day. It had the puppets that depicted famous people in the United Kingdom, particularly politicians. There's been a new one of Prince Harry, I believe. There we go, we can see it there. It's not very flattering, is it, Ingrid?
No, it doesn't really look like him, but of course he is just such an ideal person to lampoon. But, you know, I think that the things he does more than the things he says. I mean, give every cartoonist and lampoonist and satirist a great chance.
I was just about to say, I really like the fact they've put a microphone there, like a podcast microphone, because of all that sort of we want privacy stuff. He's done more TV interviews than I could possibly imagine myself.
Yeah.
He certainly has, yes. And, you know, they are very unpopular couple at this moment in time. So, of course, and ideal to have a go at. So, of course, people are going to do it.
Yeah.
I think it was South Park that did it. I think they're doing it as well, aren't they?
I think they're doing another South Park episode on Meghan and Harry.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that first one, I think it was possibly the tipping point for many Americans when they realised, oh, actually, no, they are sort of mocking them openly now. I think that was maybe where the poll numbers for Meghan and Harry started to take a rapid decline in the USA. So let's see what damage this one does. I'd like to bring in my panel, Ingrid. Will, if you could like to ask a question?
Yeah, I will. Do you think, Ingrid, when Prince William ascends to the throne, hopefully that is in many years away, do you think he will strip Harry and Meghan of their royal titles?
I think he probably might. Yes, it would certainly be in his gift to do so. Those royal titles were given to Harry and Meghan by the Queen on their wedding day. So, if Harry, sorry, I beg your pardon, if William wanted to take, say, Harry, I don't think you're doing anything for this title anymore, he would be perfectly entitled to do so. I don't think any way that King Charles is going to do that, because it looks kind of really unkind for a dad to do something like that. But for a brother who you've upset, I can imagine it happening.
Lucy?
Yeah, hi Ingrid. Thank you for joining us tonight. So my question is about King Charles. So I believe he recently spoke about open borders and collaboration with the French. But my understanding is that the royal family should not get too involved in politics. So do you think King Charles has crossed the line in any sense in what he said when President Macron was here?
Well, Prince Charles he's a monarch, as we know, but he's also head of state. So he really has to do what the current government, whether he likes them or not, what they ask him to do. And if they asked him to broach the question of borders in a very friendly, gentle way with President Macron, that's what he would have done. But I don't think for one moment he would have done it of his own volition, because that is treading far too far into politics.
I tend to agree with you there. I think a lot of people don't realise, Ingrid, that the government have a very big hand in the King's speeches, that civil servants will review it multiple times, and that also the King will be acting on advice from his own household. But the royal family traditionally aren't actually very political beasts. Of course, they have opinions, but I think that's maybe a point lost on the public, perhaps sometimes, Ingrid?
Yes, I think so. I mean, the Queen, actually, one of her favourite prime ministers was Harold Wilson. So, I think what they try to do is not to like one party or the other. Maybe they hate every single party. That's quite possible. But they try not to come down on one side or the other, because they have to be apolitical.
Yes, quite right. Well, Bruce, would you like to ask Ingrid a question?
Yeah, hi, Ingrid. Do you think with the Princess of Wales coming back into the public eye, it's uplifting for the general public, with maybe them losing a bit of touch with the royal family?
Oh, I think she's incredibly uplifting, partly because it's not just her beauty and her style, but she's so smiley.
Yeah.
And she's got those sort of gorgeous dimples. And I think, she's got such a pretty face, and she seems to be able to speak to anyone of any type of person just as easily. I think people really miss that. And she's a massive, massive asset to the royal family. And I always say the Queen must have gone down on her knees when she says her prayers and says, "Thank you, God, for Mrs. Middleton producing such a wonderful daughter."
Absolutely right. Jonathan.
Hello, Ingrid.
Hello.
Why does the British media hate Meghan quite so much?
Well, I think they hate her because she's a liar. I think nobody likes being lied to, and Meghan is a liar, and she lied from the very, very beginning. I mean, not that you'd be remotely interested in forensically going through all the things she said, but 1 minute when she talked about her engagement, it was two different stories, and I think that combined with the fact that she seemed to expect everything, and she really wanted to be treated like a princess, and we like our princesses to want to be treated like one of us.
Quite right. I think that's a point maybe lost on many people, that Meghan really didn't want to be part of the royal family as she wasn't expecting it to be, a much more traditional head of state function. I think she thought it was some sort of celebrity, I don't know, family like the Kardashians, perhaps. Who knows? Anyway, thank you so much for joining us, Ingrid, editor of Majesty Magazine and royal biographer there. Ingrid Stewart, thank you very, very much. It's been fascinating to watch the rise and fall of Harry and Meghan, because people forget Meghan was loved by the media when she came to the UK. She was on the front page of every newspaper. She was celebrated. And, of course, it takes a lot to wind the British people up when it comes to these things. And I think she just crossed the line one too many times. And there was many a time I thought they could maybe bring it back, but I think it's far too late for Meghan. Maybe people will forgive Harry once they divorce, because I think it's doomed. But there we go.
Relationships expert Alex Armstrong.
Yeah, tune in every Saturday for some relationship advice.
I think that they're stuck with each other. They've got this sort of Faustian pact that they're kind of stuck with each other now. Look, they're both thick as two planks. So I think it's really interesting to see how, at least for Meghan, she's continuously just trying to search for a particular thing to hang her hat on, but she doesn't have any real talent to speak of. Yeah. So basically she's gone from saying, I'm going to save the world, she's done the whole feminism thing, and then she realised, maybe I'm not actually particularly talented to be able to be an activist, so I'm just going to flog jabs. Like, it's actually kind of sad.
And petals on things. Okay. Coming... If you heard some terrible language, though, I do apologise. Coming up, it's High Five, and of course your triggered tantrums are coming on. I'm reading out your comments, so put in what you think about Meghan here. I'd love to read some of those out. Keep it kosher for TV. We'll see you after the break.
Can't wait to get in that sea.
Lovely and warm.
Just like the feeling of having great travel insurance.
All Clear Travel Insurance sponsors GBNews travel destinations forecast.
It's hot and sunny for the Greek islands at the moment, and plenty of hot sunshine in southern parts of Spain and Portugal too. But for northern Spain and northern Portugal, a bit more cloud coming in off the Atlantic and some outbreaks of rain possible here. Small chance of a shower in Catalonia as well, but some heavy showers likely over Italy, particularly affecting Rome. There's that sunshine in Greece, which will continue into next week, and the showers in Rome should clear away, and temperatures will be rising here into next week too.
All Clear Travel Insurance sponsors GBNews travel destinations forecast.
Good afternoon and welcome to your GB News weather update from the Met Office. Well, it's going to be a very hot weekend to come with strong summer sunshine out there, but always some low cloud just lingering in the east. So a ridge of higher pressure is extending across the UK, keeping things settled with low pressures out towards the east and west. So plenty of late evening sunshine out there for many of us. The odd shower maybe across the far west of Northern Ireland, but otherwise later we'll see the return of this low cloud from the North Sea push its way further inland. So cloudier skies expected more widely, especially across the southeast, but a warm night to come. Temperatures not dropping far below 16 or even 18 or 19 degrees. So that leads to a warm start to Sunday, a bit more cloud in the forecast, and that cloud will just linger across coastal areas as we start Sunday morning. Best of the sunshine across western Scotland to start. Northern Ireland, fine, dry. Plenty of wall-to-wall sunshine, and likewise for the majority of Wales and the southwest of England, but cloudier skies across eastern areas to start Sunday morning. So as we go through Sunday, like I said, there will be a bit more cloud in the forecast compared to Saturday. We may even see some showers just bubbling up across northern parts of England, perhaps even parts of Wales as we go through the afternoon. But many of us still seeing bright or sunny spells out there. It may not be as hot as Saturday, but temperatures still climbing widely up to 29, possibly even 30 degrees. Now, a bit of a change comes into store as we go later on into Sunday as low pressure starts moving in from the west. So cloudier skies, especially across the southwest of England, with the odd shower, and then that leads into a more unsettled start on Monday and Tuesday with showers, longer spells of rain, temperatures generally returning to average.
Exciting news. Every Friday, my Patrick Christie's Tonight Show is going to have a twist to it. We're welcoming some special guests. You. That's right, on Fridays I'm going to be doing my show in front of a live studio audience because this show is about you and what you have to say. It's going to be the same big debates, same big topics, same big opinions, but every Friday night at 9 p.m. you are invited to come on down to Patrick Christie's Tonight to be a part of the action. Only on GB News, the People's Channel, Britain's news channel.
Hi, I'm Michelle Dewberry, and my show is your opportunity to cut through all the noise and dive in headfirst to some robust debates. Ideas clash.
Situation, isn't it?
No,
Because the failure is...
You're deliberately avoiding my point. Nothing's held back.
And if you think this is the end of it, wait for more.
And we do not shy away from the difficult stuff. Sometimes I want to shake people and say, if only you understood. So join me on Jubes & Co. weeknights at 6 p.m, only on GB News, Britain's news channel.
All right, welcome back to the Saturday 5 Extra. This part of the show is called High Five. We discuss our favourite moments from the past week. Will, what have you got for us, mate?
Yeah, we've mentioned Rupert Lowe on the show this evening already, but I just want to give him a shout out for some of the stuff he does on...
Do you want a job, mate? Do you want a job? You're desperate to work for Rupert Lowe, aren't you? Him or the Japanese ambassador?
Lucy's spitting out her one. In fairness, I did question whether or not what he's doing is a glorified think tank. I think I've been relatively balanced. But
relatively being the key word.
I do want to give a shout out in that pretty much every week he puts out a tweet which is actively promoting Great Yarmouth and saying this is why I think it's a wonderful part of the United Kingdom. Yep. This is why you should get down there for the weekend. And it makes me think, where are all the other MPs actively promoting their regions and their towns? Because I don't see anyone else doing it, and I think it should be a core part of your job. And I think for too many of them, it's just, more satisfying to pontificate about the Middle East as opposed to doing your job of promoting the part of the United Kingdom that you represent. And he does that very, very well.
Yeah, I mean, what's your take on Rupert Lowe briefly, Bruce?
Yeah, agree. I think he does a fantastic job in his constituency. I've been to Great Yarmouth many, many times myself. He just speaks for the people in his area. He looks at local issues. He's a farmer, and he wants to bring something back to Great Yarmouth.
There you go, love that.
More of it.
All right, Lucy?
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, I'm also from a seaside town, and it's the best place to be in the UK in the summer. I think he's done a great job at promoting Great Yarmouth, and I might have to go myself.
And what's your high five for us as well while we're with you?
So the men's double in Wimbledon, it's the first all-British pair we've had since the 1960s. So that's a very good victory to the Brits. Here we go.
Oh, we love seeing the Brits winning in our home turf, or at least almost winning, should we say, or getting there. Love to hear that. I wanted a slightly different high five because there's a beautiful town. It's a beautiful, beautiful town. It's called Alnwick. and it has... Anik? Is it Anik? I think it was with an L. Anyway.
I think the L's.
Oh, is it silent? Is it? OK, beg your pardon. Thank you. Well, I didn't know. I've not been there before, unfortunately.
Not everyone went to Cambridge, Lucy.
Yeah, not everybody went to Oxbridge.
I didn't say anything.
No, you didn't. It was him. It was the other private educated man on the panel. It was Jonathan Liss, North Islington Elite.
I'm not from Islington, mate.
But you're not from... Where are you from, actually, then?
Well, I'm from North London.
North London Elite.
I can't help the fact I'm from North London, mate.
Islington is a state of mind.
I'm not from North Islington. I'm just from North London, privately educated. I
can't help being privately educated.
No, it's not your fault.
I can't help having gone to Cambridge, of course.
Of course you can. Right.
Dearie
anyway, I was talking about this beautiful town, whatever it's called. It's got 75 independent shops, and I think that is beautiful. It looks stunning. I think you should Google it if you're not going to get Jonathan Liss texting you, telling you what the correct pronunciation is.
And these are
not value accuracy on this.
Pronunciation police over here.
I'm assuming these are the good types of shops and not the kind of phone repair shops and Turkish barbers.
No, they are beautiful. It is like untouched England from years and years and years ago, and I think we need more of that. But I think all these big chains are ruining the high street, and they don't care about Britain, do they? They just care about money. Anyway, that was my high five.
Laundered money.
What have you got for us?
Mine's quite small. Well, it's a good... For me, it's... sort of resonates with what I do. Social media companies cracking down on artificial intelligence, videos being made by artificial intelligence. I think we've seen recently a massive rise in artificial intelligence-led reporting taking place. People making out like they're on the streets, interviewing people, which are completely false, and they kind of shift the narrative. So I think it's a very good thing that social media companies are finally taking a stand against it.
Absolutely agree with you. We've had so much censorship, it feels like we're never, ever going to escape it, but now there's a bit of a reversal, at least since Trump came into office, it feels like. The minute after Trump, as election victory was certified, Mark Zuckerberg was out immediately going, I believe in free speech. Now, how ironic, hey?
Remove all the stuff from Facebook that they put in place, the algorithms and stuff to censor people.
How convenient. Jonathan?
I have another Wimbledon story, actually. Just kind of a lovely story about, sadly, Amanda Anisimova lost in what's called a double bagel today, 6-love, 6-love, which is obviously kind of sad for her. But she is only the second woman in the Open era to reach a women's singles final, having lost in qualifying.
Oh, wow.
The previous, so not even in the main draw, but lost in qualifying the previous year. So that's a huge achievement.
That's fantastic. I love to see it. I think Wimbledon's one of those moments that really is like such a British event, isn't it? You know, the strawberries and cream, you've got the beautiful summertime here, everyone coming together. It's such a lovely, lovely event. I've really never been. Can you believe it?
I was there 2 days ago.
Were you really? What was it like? What was the atmosphere like?
Fantastic.
Oh, I'd love to have gone there.
Lots of Pims.
Lots of Pims.
What I have to say is I saw lots of people with not just a glass of Pims, Alex, but a whole jug of Pims
I love to see
themselves.
It. Why not?
Why not?
I must admit, I've actually enjoyed the queue more than I've enjoyed the tennis in the last few years. You just get there early, you get on the beers. I actually don't remember much of the tennis, but the queue has been an absolute ripper.
I think we've seen a lot of the footage.
One ask the five. You've got to answer this in very fast, very, very quickly. Who is best Prime Minister of all the people available in Parliament today? Go. I know what you're going to say. Rupert Lowe.
I would
just say it.
I would say Rupert Lowe.
Lucy.
Rupert Lowe.
I'm going for Nigel Farage for me.
Nigel Farage for me.
Jonathan.
I don't know. Someone on the Labour front bench, but I can't think of anyone. Definitely not West Streeting. Definitely not West Streeting.
I don't think any of them. There's not one there.
It's going to be Jazz Bala. Anyway, coming up after the break, we have the rest of our trick attachments. Saturday 5 Extra, only on GB News.
This is Britain's Newsroom, where your voice matters.
It's just astonishing. With expert analysis and honest opinion, we don't just keep you informed.
We bring you unique perspectives you won't see anywhere else.
Can't argue with any of that. When the news happens, it happens here.
On Britain's Newsroom, weekdays from 9:30 a.m.
Only on GB News.
Westminster's full of talk, but out here, it's the real world.
Am I allowed to talk now?
No, that's it. This is where it matters, real people and real lives. That's what politics is all about.
The fact is Trump made a good start, no.
Straight answers, no spin, and just a couple of pints. How many fingers have I ever got up?
About 10.
So join me for Lee Anderson's Real World every Friday at 7 p.m, only on GB News. The People's Channel, Britain's news channel.
You want to know what's really going on in the corridors of power? Labour don't know what to do with you half the time, and that makes you quite lethal in the chamber. Get behind the headlines with Chopper's Political Podcast. Join me, Christopher Hope, as I sit down with the great and the good of British politics. We'll see where this ruling takes us. These are the stories shaping our nation. Chopper's Political Podcast, available now on all platforms. Listen in and stay ahead.
It's Patrick Christie's Tonight, and here we do things differently.
It's explaining the absolute madness of this, doesn't it?
It's explosive. I mean, this is very good. It's lively.
850. Your government sat there, Sean, and it did nothing.
It's controversial.
And the Middle East has been in turmoil since before I was born.
It's everything you need to kickstart your evening.
Everyone's had their Weetabix tonight. I love to see it.
That's Patrick Christie's Tonight, weeknights from 9 p.m. Only on GB News, the People's Channel, Britain's news channel.
Hi, I'm Michelle Dewberry, and my show is your opportunity to cut through all the noise and dive in headfirst to some robust debates. Ideas clash.
Situation,
No,
isn't it?
no,
Because the failure is...
You're deliberately avoiding my point. Nothing's held back.
And if you think this is the end of it, wait for more.
And we do not shy away from the difficult stuff. Sometimes I want to shake people and say, if only you understood. So join me on Jubes & Co. weeknights at 6 p.m. only on GB News, Britain's news channel.
In the GB Newsroom, we bring you the news as it happens.
With our team of dedicated journalists across the UK,
we're ready to keep you up to date with what's happening every half an hour, every single day. Bulletins here on GB News,
the People's Channel,
Britain's news channel.
Join me, Nana Akwe, for an informative, interactive news programme with a difference. It's fun.
No, he didn't say that, though.
I'm so surprised.
I think there's an element of truth to that.
Join me from 3 p.m. every weekend, only on GB News, Britain's news channel.
Welcome back to the Saturday 5 Extra, everybody. We have got triggered tantrums, more meltdowns from across the world. Bruce is going to give us our next triggered tantrum. Bruce, what have you got for us?
This little clip from Instagram. I'd just like to ask the panel to figure out what exactly caused this.
No, you have it, because I'm going to be calling police now. So please tell me, because I have now you on the video. Yes? Tell me, how legal is this? How legal is this? Do you know the law? Do you know the law? Help! 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 Please help! Somebody call the police! Please help! 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 Somebody call the police! I'm begging you!
I mean, I just...
What's your opinions, guys?
Just explain just what was going on, Bruce. What was going on?
So apparently, 2 or 3 young people were doing some nice art on a wall.
Oh, right,
and
right.
it triggered that outburst.
Yeah.
You'd have thought someone was being murdered.
Yeah, I mean, it was quite over... I mean, I don't like graffiti, I have to say. It's way too much graffiti, but that is a severe overreaction, isn't it? Severe, severe, severe. I think just shame them. That's why
I think the funny part as well was she was asking for people to call the police while she was with a phone in her hand.
Filming out, yeah. That's actually quite ironic. OK, Jonathan, you have got a triggered tantrum for us. What have you got?
This is Superman director James Gunn asked about MAGA reactions to his comments about immigration.
You said it's an immigrant story. It's a political movie. MAGA today is going nuts. What do you have to say to MAGA? I don't have anything. I think this movie's for everybody. I don't have anything to say to anybody. Like, I'm not here to judge people, you know. I think this is a movie about kindness, and I think that's something everyone can relate to.
Yeah, so he was calling Superman an immigrant, James Gunn, I believe. He wants everyone to know that everyone is welcome in America. I think we should just deport Superman. I think we should send him home, send him back wherever he came from. I don't care. Maybe he can go to Alligator Alcatraz. It's not my problem. What do you think? Should we deport him? Should we deport him?
I was going to make a filthy comment there.
Please.
I won't.
We've got to only last another minute before we can take it off there.
I think that all immigrants should be welcome, including heroes and capes.
OK, Will, Superman immigrant? Like you came over here on a plane?
Exactly, Will. What's your excuse?
But
Krypton is not a culturally compatible country.
Well, mine's Australian anyway.
Right. Yeah. Well, Superman does do a good job at stopping terrorists, doesn't he, Lucy?
Yeah, well, I was going to say, it depends if you're in the country to do good or to do harm.
Yeah, I agree. I'll do some very, very quick Ask the Fives here. This is messy, he or she said, is this all part of an invasion? We're talking about the boats here, by a religious group. The pub's closing, they don't drink alcohol, it's all linked. Do we need to stop being so generous to migrants? Quick one-liners, Will?
Well, illegal migrants, yes, absolutely.
Lucy?
No incentives or handouts for them. Remigration, send them all back.
Bruce?
Agree, we need proper deterrence. We need to get control of it.
Jonathan?
No, we don't need to be less generous.
And one more Ask Five. Come on, let's just get another one in there. John Widowson says, what are the panel's views on Nigel Farage saying they won't let Liz Truss join Reform even if she wanted to? Should she join Reform? Will, quick.
No politically smart decision from Farage.
Lucy?
I think Farage has an opportunity and he shouldn't allow mistakes from the past to come to his party.
Bruce?
No, too much baggage.
Yeah.
Jonathan?
The woman is reverse Midas. Even Farage can see that.
OK. Well, it's been a really fun show tonight, and well done, Bruce. Your first GB News appearance.
Thank you.
Isn't that fantastic? You did a brilliant job. Loved hearing your opinions today. Looking forward to seeing you on social media. Sorry to all his fans at home who have obviously been missing him. I'm sure putting out his great content tonight. A big thanks to Will Kingston. We're not sending him home just yet. Lucy, thank you for coming on the show. We'll be maybe having a pint, all of us, after the show. It'll be great fun. Jonathan as well, thank you for coming on tonight. We've had a really fun evening with you here, and I'm going to pass it over now to Ben Leo. Ben, what have you got for us, mate?
Hey, I'm back. Thank you, Alex, for taking care of my show last week. Great show tonight as well. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Today, I went down to Parliament Square in central London where there was a protest in favour of Palestine Action, who, of course, are now a prescribed terrorist group. Of course, there were 42 arrests, which I won't discuss too much about tonight. But one thing I did want to explore was the calibre of person going down there to support the protest. Take a look at this.
Sorry, I don't negotiate with terrorists.
You don't negotiate with terrorists?
No.
What, Palestine Action?
No, yourselves.
I'm a terrorist. What have I done that's terrorism? I've got a massive collection of clips for you to share, which I think you'll really enjoy. And actually, it's quite serious as well. It sheds a light on, as I said, the kind of people who go down to these protests. And in other good news, Saturday night news to make you happy and cheery, 1,200 small boat migrants have crossed the Channel since Sir Keir Starmer's migrant deal with Emmanuel Macron a few days ago. Very good. See you after the weather.
Expect a warm front, moving from the kitchen right through to the rest of the house. Boxed Boilers, sponsors of weather on GB News.
Good evening and welcome to your GB News weather update from the Met Office. Well, we've got another warm day in store on Sunday, then turning more changeable Monday and Tuesday with temperatures returning closer to average. So we've had this ridge of high pressure extending across the UK through today, bringing widely fine and settled conditions. There'll be lengthy late evening sunshine across the west through this evening, but out towards the east, low cloud returning from the North Sea and pushing further inland. So cloudier skies across the Midlands and the southeast as we start Sunday morning. But it's going to be a warm and uncomfortable night once again. Temperatures 12 to 17 or even 18 degrees. So a warm and humid start to the day on Sunday. Plenty of sunshine out towards the west into Scotland, but low clouds still lingering across eastern coasts. Plenty of blue sky across Northern Ireland to start the day. Likewise for Wales and the southwest of England. Plenty of sunshine here. A bit more cloud just into parts of the southeast as we start Sunday morning. And in general, there'll be a little bit more cloud in the forecast on Sunday overall. But otherwise, plenty of sunshine once again across Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales, southwest England. A few showers may just bubble up into Wales and some parts of England as we go into the afternoon. But for many, it's fine, it's dry and it is warm once again. Perhaps not quite as hot as what we've seen on Saturday. So as we go through Monday, that's when we see a change. So low pressure becoming more dominant with showery outbreaks of rain spreading in from the west and moving its way north and eastward. So some heavy downpours for northern parts of England and into Scotland, where it could turn thundery. Showery again on Tuesday, then a mixed picture on Wednesday. Temperatures generally feeling a little bit closer to average. Bye-bye.
Expect a warm front moving from the kitchen right through to the rest of the house. Boxed Boilers, sponsors of weather on GB News.
£54,321 cash could be yours. Cash that you could spend however you like. It's like having an extra £1,000 each week for a whole year to play with. Someone is guaranteed to win this amazing amount of cash. So make sure that someone could be you. For another chance to win £54,321 cash, text cash to 63225. One entry costs £2.50 plus one standard network rate message. Or text bonus to 63225. 5 entries cost £5 plus one standard network rate message. Go to gbnews.com/win. Entries start at £2.50. Call 0903 686 3232. Calls cost £2.50 plus your network access charge. Or post your name and number to GB14 PO Box 8690 Derby DE1 9TT. UK only. Entrance must be 18 or over. Lines close at 4 p.m. on the 1st of August. Please check the closing time if listening or watching on demand.
Westminster's full of talk, but out here, it's the real world.
Am I allowed to talk now?
No, that's it. This is where it matters, real people and real lives. That's what politics is all about.
The fact that Trump made a good start, no.
Straight answers, no spin, and just a couple of pints.
How many fingers have I got up?
About 10. So join me for Lee Anderson's Real World every